Hey, Jim. It is a Lamison, Jeff. How'd you know that? That was pretty sharp. So I got the new belts in from Cliff Curry literally just minutes ago. So I finally got my Cubitron, finally got the Trizax, I got a felt belt and a leather. So this is finally going to have the good belts for the new AMK 76. So we're going to try it out. I know they track better. And I'll tell you what, the 2x42 is screaming fast. I mean, other than changing the belts, which is going to take me a while, let's see if this tracks better. Man, the Trizax track so much better than those cheap belts I bought on Amazon. Well, I see a problem already. I'm already past the platen. All right, I gotta change out here. That clamp will not work. Let's see if this one's gonna work better. We have to reset it. Yep, see, I'm way too high. So I'm gonna have to set my clamps specifically for the two different machines. I have 4 clamps total, and they're not going to be interchangeable between the two, the AMK 75 and the AMK 76. Each one's going to have their own clamps. That's kind of a bummer. And I guess I'll have to paint them or something. Put some tape on them so I know the difference when I move things around. And you guys got to see the mess I have with all the belts. I have way too many belts, and I'm going to have to rearrange how I have everything hanging here on my... Yeah, unfortunately that's the case here. See, this is the clamp for the AMK 75, and you can change the stop on it. And here's where I had it set for the regular AMK 75. You can see how far I had to move the stop. And this clamp is just so short. This is the clamp that came with the 76. So that one's got to go out in the truck. I'm getting used to it. Just going to take some time. I do like the speed of it. There's no question about it. Except changing the belts. Changing the belts is slower. Oh well, what am I complaining about? Well, let's see if this big yellow belt will take off the burr better. It does. It takes off the burr. I like that. And I don't like this leather belt. I saw that Cliff has got the leather belts now, 2x42, where he didn't before. I got this one off of Amazon, and you can hear it's not smooth. It's got a raised spot on the inside. I'm gonna see if I can fix that. Yeah, Yeah, I just put some of the white compound on it. And I got some green, I got some blue somewhere. I got a bunch of that compound. I didn't really want to be out here this time of day, but people have been bringing me stuff all day. I'm going to get behind. I've got a ton of knives to do, and then I got a dog groomer getting ready to drop off. I got 2 packages in the mail. It's going to be a crazy busy weekend. Oh, that's interesting. You like the finish it produces? I'm gonna have to do some rearranging on my bench here. I have everything too crowded up around this machine. That's a good idea. It's going to take me a while to get the belt the way I want it. The belt's for the AMK 75. The leather belt is perfectly seasoned and creates a really nice finish. And this is going to take some work to get this where I want it. I like the felt belt just to take the burr off. It's a quick little step. Man, I'm gonna have to move the fan. It is so freaking hot in here today. Y'all hang on a second. I got another fan I need to move. The dog is sitting right in front of the big fan, so I can't move that one, so I had to move a small fan. See what I do for the dogs? Let the dog stay cool instead of me. That ain't right, is it? That ain't right. It's going to take me a while to get my speed of changing the belts up. Well, I appreciate everybody watching out there. 184 people. I hope you hit that thumbs up button. It does help our little business down here in Texas grow. Your support of our channel is greatly appreciated. All right, one more pass. I'm ready for summer to be over with. Batista, buenas tardes. Yeah, I'm going to have to build me some kind of a special rack for these larger belts. Well, I do like the new machine. It's just going to take me some getting used to. See, the belts get in the way. I need some kind of a rack over here to the left to hang the belts on. It's not in the way. Oh, I'll figure something out. This belt is not smooth at all. I think it's where it's joined. I think I can probably sand that down a little bit right there. It's flat on this side, but right there in that joint, I may work on that later on this evening, see if I can sand that down where it's a little smoother. The belt on my other machine is perfectly flat and it just does a great job, and I've had it for years. It's just going to take me some time to get this machine exactly the way I want it. Well, if you're watching out there, tell me where you're watching from. And do me a big favor and hit that thumbs up button. And if you're so inclined, please subscribe to the channel. It does help our little business out. I think it helps with the search engine optimization through Google. We seem to get more traffic to our pages after doing these live streams. We also add more subscribers, and that adds to more watches on our YouTube channel and watches our static videos and our shorts and so forth. We get a little bit of money every month from YouTube. Helps us buy abrasives. Helps the business out. We are Sharpen Right Services. We're located in League City, Texas. League City's halfway between Houston and Galveston on the Texas Gulf Coast. It's hot down here in Texas today. It's 94 degrees and 59% humidity in my shop with all the fans running. We're supposed to start getting some rain this afternoon and this evening. It'll be cooler, but humid. Thanks, James, for watching from Tennessee. the volunteer state. There would not be a Texas if there was not a Tennessee. That's right, you did tell me that. That's right, you live close to Davy Crockett. It's hot. It's hot here in Texas. Very hot, humid. But I have a lot to sharpen, so I got to get it done. I got more people dropping off this evening and tomorrow morning, so I need to get everything cleared up. 85 would be wonderful. It is 94 right here in my shop, and 60% humidity. They say there's a cold front coming in December. Everything rust in my shop. The T-bar, you guys, I don't know if y'all can see this, I guess at the bottom of the screen. This was a nice polished steel a week ago, and look at it now. It's all rusted, and I can clean it all I want, and it'll rust again. Unless I oil it and clean it and oil it every day. So I just let it oxidize and it'll be fine. So Jeff, I'm getting better at putting the belts on where I don't have to adjust them. Did you have that problem? And I tell you what, the Trizacs track a lot better than those ones I bought from Amazon. It's well worth the money, that's for sure. Yeah, that's the way it is here a lot of times. Evidently, we've got some kind of a tropical disturbance out in the Gulf of Mexico, near Mexico, and it's going to bring us some wet weather over the next couple of days. Not supposed to be bad. It's not going to be a hurricane for us, but it's still going to be wet. We could use the rain. My yard looks terrible. I don't like to waste money watering. I'm in central, just south of Houston. I'm halfway between Houston and Galveston Island. I'm in the Galveston metro area. If you remember a few years ago when Hurricane Harvey hit and it flooded real bad here, I'm in the heart of it. I'm 60 years old and been here my whole life and never seen rain like that. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I do like this. They're working out well. I notice if I position it correctly on the drive wheel and the idler wheel in the back, I don't have to do as much adjustment. Correct, yeah, West Texas is dry. Texas is a really big state, so West Texas encompasses a very large area. San Antonio is fairly dry compared to Houston. I'm real close to the Johnson Space Center, if you know what that is, NASA headquarters. I'm about 30 minutes away from the Johnson Space Center. Jeff, I do like these 2x42 belts the more I use them. It's screaming fast, and I'm not feeling any heat on the blades. Not any more than the 1x30s. Yeah, San Antonio is a nice town. Texas Hill Country. A lot of growth going on out there in Austin, Bastrop, all those little towns between Austin and San Antonio. San Antonio is a big military town. Brooke Army Hospital is there. Yeah, it works really well. I'm pretty happy with it. It was expensive, but it was well worth it. And I don't have to carry that AMK 75 around with me. I just leave it in the truck. Yep, that's about what I'm at right now. I've got it pretty slow. I probably could turn it down some more, couldn't I? $20 degrees on these knives. This is not a super quality set of knives here. So I did them at 20 degrees. That'll hold a good edge for a good while for them. The steel is pretty soft. $492 people watching. I hope y'all hit that thumbs up button. And I hope you consider subscribing to the channel. It does help our little business down here grow. All right, here's a full tang Hinkle. That's the only bummer about this machine. I don't like the angle. The way to set the angle on it is a little slower than the AMK 75. Depends on the knife. if it's a single bevel knife, it's going to be a low edge angle. It's probably going to be somewhere around, 16 degrees, maybe as low as 12. You can look at the manufacturer's website, or find out who the manufacturer is, and ask them what they recommend. But a single bevel knife will have a really low edge angle. Now, if it was a single bevel, I would leave it a single bevel. James, this machine is an AMK 76 from amkknifemaking.com or amktactical.com. Either website will get you to them. This machine is about $1,100. Yes, sir. 3M Cubitron. That's probably about right. But you could probably go a lower edge angle than that. I think that knife would hold up pretty well. I might go 18 degrees with it. But so far I'm pretty happy with it. I like, I had their AMK 75 for about 7 years. I guess I've had that, and I really liked it. The 76, I thought I was going to be able to use it with the 1x30 belts, but it is just not really designed for 1x30 belts. It worked, but it was just way too tight. It's just going to take me a while to get used to doing the sharpening on this large of a machine, and the belts are faster. Africa Land, I'm doing this one at 20 degrees. This is a Victorinox 5-rock chef knife, and from the factory it's 20 degrees. It probably would hold 18 degrees pretty well. The Victorinox knives are good. I like them. They're a reasonable price knife. They hold a good edge. I like the handles the best. The grips are really nice. Oh yeah, you could do it really fast too, Jim. Look at the size of that platen. Thing is rock solid. They make good machines. I like the variable speed, and it's reversible. We got a couple more knives and I'm going to take a break. I am sweating like crazy, even with all the fans on. And I need to get something to drink. Yeah, it did not work on certain knives with the 1x30. This does have some limitations to it. But you know what? I've got other machines if I need to hit a lower edge angle. I've got a Tormek. I still have those two Tucklers 1x30s. I need to get rid of those. So I may put the those Tuckler 1x30s on Facebook Marketplace next week. They just didn't work for me. I know some of the guys use those. Vinny really likes it. I know there's a lot of other people like those Chinese 1x30s. I just don't care for them. I don't like the controls. Hey, Mark. Is this Mark from Canada? From outside of Vancouver? Mark, did you get the email I sent you? Hope some of that was fairly helpful. Oh man, it is hot. I'm getting nauseous. Oh, sweet! I can't wait to hear about that. I think it's a really good machine. I like the idea of all the attachments for it. Jeff, don't you have a vial? Is it Veil? Some other sharpener I know here in the U.S. has one. Oh, hush up!
She saw me coming. So go down and see it. We're gonna come back through on Sunday. Yeah. We figure out we check out 11 or so much.
Hush up! Sorry about that, guys. I thought Jeff was the one that had that. Jeff, do you have the scissor clamp for it? That scissor clamp looks pretty slick. It looks like the one for the twice as sharp. I seriously considered a Veil machine. I really did. Oh man, it is so hot. Sorry about that, guys. The dog groomer dropping off some tools. Luckily, she won't be back until Sunday to pick them up, so I'll have time to get it done. Now, I've seen some guys put a variable speed motor on the Veil. Yeah. But I know some guys use a variable speed motor. I tell you what, the motor for this thing would be great on the Veil. I bet it would work too. I bet it'd be pretty easy to modify. This is a Chinese sewing machine motor, and you can buy them on Amazon for like $100, the motor. I'm not handy, so I can't do those kind of modifications. I need to buy the machine the way it is. Every time I try to modify anything, it's a disaster, so I just stay away from it. I'll stick to just sharpening. Well, I appreciate everybody watching out there and saying hello. I hope you hit that thumbs up button, and I hope you subscribe to the channel. It does help our little business down here in Texas out. We're Sharpen Right Services. We're located in League City, Texas. We sharpen salon, barber, and pet grooming shears, clipper blades, sewing and industrial scissors, and just about any kind of knife. We're doing a few kitchen knives this afternoon. Got a couple more to do, then we're going to take a break. It is blazing hot here. All right, we're going to see what edge angle this knife is. Tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to do the old marker test on it. Actually, it looks pretty good, doesn't it? Can't believe I got that. Sometimes you get lucky, you know? All right, guys, well, that's the last knife of this batch. And I'm not going to start on the next batch yet. I got to go cool off and get something to drink. Oh, nice. That's a good setup, man. You're going to be able to do a lot of good stuff with that. Can't wait to see it, Mark. Can't wait to see some of your stuff. Keep in touch with me. You got my number. Shoot me some pictures of it. Well, guys, I'm going to take a break. It is freaking hot. I got to cool off. I got a few more knives to do, but I'm going to wait a little while before I do them. I might come back online, maybe. Hope you all have a great day. Cheers, folks.